Welcome to Jaguar News and Views. I'm Shane Ross.
And I'm Liliana Marcoux. We are your anchors for today's show.
Jaguar News and Views is produced by the first-year public speaking students here at Thomas Jefferson in conjunction with the production staff at Wjag.
Today's show includes Ezekiel Panor and Rebecca Mahacek with Scores and Sports, Amin Warsami with upcoming events, and Nick Sventek with the Jaguar Top 10 list.
Today's show will also feature Quentin Ripibaki with the Jaguar of the Week and Izzy Muhammad with a public service announcement.
Now to Amin with upcoming events.
Thanks, Lily. Wondering what's happening in Jefferson? Some of the upcoming events include Friday the 4th, which is an asynchronous day. Also, Thursday the 10th and Friday the 11th, which are the finals and will wrap up this trimester. Also, on Monday the 14th and 15th of April, there will be no school due to conferences. Excited for spring break. It will start on Monday the 28th till Friday, April 1st. Anyways, back to you, Shane.
Thanks, Amin. I'll be sure to get my calendar marked. Now let's go to Izzy with a very important PSA.
Thanks, Shane. I'm going to get straight to the point. Bullying is wrong for so many reasons, and it can be shown in many ways. Whether it's joking around with your friends or verbally abusing someone, it will always hurt the person you're causing it to. Bullying mostly happens in schools and sometimes even in a workplace. This is why we must aim for an anti-bullying policy to ensure that peers learn in a supportive, caring, and safe environment without fear of being bullied. Here are some things you can do to prevent bullying. You can show kindness and set an example of what is and what's not bullying. You can even start a bullying behavioral interventions where people have a safe space to talk and share, and that way you can communicate and make a solution to stop bullying. I hope this announcement was useful, and I hope you all learn to show kindness. Back to you, Lily.
Thanks, Izzy, for that important reminder. Now to Devin Berg with an editorial on minimum wage.
$1.6 million Americans are living in poverty as we speak. Why? Maybe it's because of the pathetic $7.25 we pay them as minimum wage. And riddle me this, America, how come our current minimum wage still leaves workers in poverty and debt? But don't take it from me. In the words of Joe Biden himself, he stated that nobody should ever be working a 40-hour work week and still live in poverty. Hey, that's not even the craziest part. In fact, by raising the minimum wage by a mere 88 cents, we could keep millions of hardworking Americans out of poverty. But no, instead, we keep it there and let the working class suffer. Additionally, the majority of economists agree that the current minimum wage is rising at a snail's pace and isn't able to keep up with the rapidly increasing cost of living, worker productivity, or median wages. However, if we open our eyes and increase the minimum wage, we would start to see less debt, less poverty, and a higher standard of living in America. Let's make a change, America.
Wow, important stuff. Thanks, Devin. Now let's head over to Ezekiel and Rebecca for Boys and Girls Scores and Sports.
Thank you, Shane. Welcome back to Boys Scores and Sports Shags. We'd like to congratulate Aiden Shermock for qualifying to the state swim meet in the 100 freestyle. We also like to congratulate Logan Ross, who placed 4th at the section wrestling. Our boys basketball team snatched the win from Ono last night by defeating them 73-70. The boys will be running for the Metro West Conference title. Back to you, Rebecca.
Thank you, Ezekiel. Jefferson girls sports have mostly come to an end for the season. Congratulations to all our athletes for having an amazing year. The girls varsity basketball team played against New Prague, winning 75-54. Our basketball team will also be competing for sectional quarters on March 2nd against Eastview. That's all for girls scores and sports. Back to you, Lily.
Thanks, guys. Great job, Jags. Now to Quentin with our Jag of the Week.
Thank you, Lily. I am proud to present this week's Jag of the Week is the one and only Mr. David Johnson. He's a Latin and one of the English teachers here at Jefferson High School. But I believe that he's a very, very fun person. He's unapologetically himself every day in the classroom, and he makes every day alive, fun, and unique. I think that everyone should have a chance to meet him because you're missing out if you haven't. Thank you, Mr. Johnson, for all you do, and if you have a chance to say hi to him, just do it. It'll be worth your time. Back to you, Shane.
Thanks, Quentin. I'll be sure to say hi to Mr. Johnson next time I see him. Now to Nick with the top 10 movies.
Thanks, Shane. Now for the top 10 list of top 10 movies you should check out. At number 10, Megamind. The soundtrack to this movie is amazing, and the plot that follows the villain instead of the hero is a fun spin that is very interesting to watch. At number 9, Little Women. This movie was based on the classic book, and I think that it truly captures the essence of said book beautifully. It shows these sisters going through the trials and tribulations of life together, and it is a very heartfelt movie overall. At number 8, Mean Girls. Almost everyone at least knows about this iconic film. The characters are purposely stereotypical and overdramatic, and it makes for an absolutely hilarious movie. At number 7, Beaches. This movie follows two best friends starting at the day they met and following how that relationship grows throughout their life. At number 6, Dead Poets Society. This is another classic movie that I feel everyone should watch at least once. It takes place in an all-boys school that has just gotten a new teacher. Said teacher really connects with the students and helps them to break out of their shells. At number 5 is Eraserhead. The concept is very simple. A father taking care of his newborn, but the atmosphere it creates, the sounds you hear, the visuals, and the feelings you have after the movie is over is unmatched to anything that is released today. At number 4, Almost Famous. If you're interested in 70s rock music or that era music in general, this is something you should check out. It follows this teen who gets a job for Rolling Stones magazine and goes on tour with a band called Stillwater, while his mother believes that rock music is the devil. It does have some cheesy parts, but it is still great and fun. At number 3 is Seven. Once again, it's a simple concept. Two detectives trying to catch a serial killer, but the action, the atmosphere, and especially the ending give it that unique feeling. Dark, but unique feeling. At number 2, Eyes Wide Shut. It follows Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman as a married couple, where Nicole starts dreaming about having an affair. Cruise doesn't really know what to do, so he goes on a journey throughout Manhattan to clear his mind and possibly one-up her. Out of the 10 films I'm talking about, this one definitely deserves its R rating. It gets crazy and intense at times. At number 1, The Breakfast Club. It's a simple concept. 6 teens spending their Saturday in detention, not knowing each other at the beginning and coming out in the end as a clique. It has its comedic points as well as its serious points and some very 80s things throughout it. It's definitely worth checking out though. Back to you, anchors.
Wow, I've got lots of watching to do.
Make sure to tune in next time. Thank you for watching this edition of Jaguar News and Views. See you soon.